An Introduction to Microscopes, Part 3. Now create your own fun, easy-to-use slide. To create this slide, cut a piece of colored comic section from the newspaper, or any colored ad will do. A piece about 5 to 10 millimeters square will work nicely. Place it on a flat slide, then put a cover slip on it. No fluid is needed on this slide. Put the slide on the stage, clip it down, and look through the eyepiece. Remember to use the 40x first. Once found and focused, move up to 100x and then 400x. Practice focusing, observing, and then change the aperture wheel to observe that the varying amounts of light will do. Do you notice the colored dots that make up the comics? All the coloring on a newspaper is made up of those dots, and only 4 colors, cyan, magenta, yellow, and black, are used. Continued. Now move the slide one way, then the other, up and then down. What do you notice? Your eyes are not deceiving you. Everything is upside down and backwards. While not too terribly important with dead slides, it will become very important to remember when chasing down a live protist swimming. Remember, what you see is upside down and backwards. Troubleshooting. Nothing is seen. Make sure the object is under the lens. Look and see if it is centered. Make sure you are focused. Start with the stage close to the objective lens, then using coarse focus, begin to readjust. This should result in finding your specimen. I see a circle with black edges. This is a bubble. Continue looking. I see a jagged black line. This is the edge of the cover slip, or it might be glue if using prepared slides. I see fine, jagged black lines. The cover slip is cracked if glass was used. The image does not move when I move the slide around. The lens may be dirty. Carefully use an alcohol-based lens wipe to clean it off. My fine focus wheel will not turn. Unusual, but the fine focus wheel may need to be turned back and then use the coarse focus. Students, for some reason, like to turn only the fine focus, causing this issue. Teacher tips. Walk around and see that all students have located and focused on the newspaper. Usually one student likes to do the work and the other just look on. This problem is easily corrected. Tell the groups to show you the newspaper at 100x. Once student 1 shows you, deliberately change the focus and the magnification back to 40x. Then ask the next student to do the same. For students who are familiar with the basics, place the objective lens in the middle, turn off the light, etc., so they must figure out what is wrong. These are all problems that they will run into at some point in the future. Next, create a slide using an onion membrane. Have one student apply 1 or 2 drops of iodine, then have the other student use a dissecting needle or toothpick to smooth out the onion tissue. Once smoothed, either student may apply a cover slip. Have the students draw what they see under 100x or 400x total magnification. They must provide a title and total magnification. Encourage them to list 5 additional high-quality observations about the image. Depending on the age of the student, you may either have them make the onion slide or make it for them. The onion membrane is easy to find and obtain and is only 1 cell thick. This makes for an ideal first slide. Cut a fresh onion and pull apart a ring. Between the rings is a thin, tissue-like membrane. Tease it off the ring and cut the membrane into small sections. This is what goes on the slide, along with the iodine mentioned in the previous slide. In using this one can observe cells, cell walls, nucleus, and cytoplasm, and some dots that are various organelles. Image A shows the proper placement of the cover slip to avoid as many bubbles as possible. After the onion is spread out and the stain is applied, place the cover slip on the edge of the slide. Then allow the cover slip to be slowly lowered from that edge to the far edge, allowing air bubbles to escape. This should make for a clean or almost bubble-free view. Clean up. Once you've finished the lesson, students should clean up accordingly. Take the slides to a common container, throw away the cover slip. The common container is anything that holds water, like a cup or a beaker. Place several drops of detergent in water and wait until a convenient time to wash slides. Then rinse and place on a paper towel to be used in the future. If plastic cover slips are used, they often scratch and become useless, and glass cover slips often break and become useless. Return any equipment used, droppers, stains, etc. Turn lens to 4x, 40 total magnification. Unplug by grasping the plug and pulling, not pulling the wire. Then wrap the cord around the base of the microscope. Carry with 2 hands back to the proper location. Odds and ends. Below are some other items of which to be aware. Number 1, if the microscopes are to be used on a student's desk, be sure they are only on one desk, not straddling two. 2, if they are on a student's desk and require electricity to run the light, use a heavy-duty cord, and if needed, a multi-plug extension or surge protector. Tape down the extension cord and place multi-plug outlets in a protected location. Tape down the cord, making sure it is not in a doorway in case of fire drill or near tornado drill a location, if in the room. 3, if you must leave the room, make sure microscope lights are off. 4, only one person from the microscope group should be up and walking at a time. 5, if something impressive is seen on one of the microscopes, call one group at a time up to take a look. 6, if a bulb burns out during the lesson, remember it is hot.